Hello dear students, welcome back to our channel स्टडी मिनटों में। फ्रेंड्स, आज हम देखेंगे स्टैंडर्ड 9th के इंग्लिश सिलेबस की फर्स्ट पोएम और आज इस वीडियो में हम करने वाले हैं उसकी रीडिंग। फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपको आपकी इंग्लिश इम्प्रूव करना है तो आप ये फिक्स करिए कि आप डेली इंग्लिश सुने, इंग्लिश पढ़े, ओके? तभी जाके आपकी इंग्लिश खुद ब खुद इम्प्रूव हो जाएगी। इसीलिए हमने आपके लिए स्टार्ट की है इंग्लिश रीडिंग सीरीज़, जिसमें हम क्या करेंगे, आपको इंग्लिश जो हमारे सिलेबस की ही चैप्टर्स है उनकी रीडिंग कराएंगे। तो इस चैप्टर में सिर्फ रीडिंग होने वाली है। अगर आपको इसका फुल एक्सप्लेनेशन देखना है तो वो भी हिंदी में हमारे चैनल पर अपलोडेड है। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। वॉक अ लिटिल स्लोअर, वॉक अ लिटिल स्लोअर डैडी, said a little child so small. I am following in your footsteps and I don't want to fall. Sometimes your steps are very fast. Sometimes they are hard to see. So walk a little slower, Daddy, for you are leading me. Someday, when I am all grown up, you are what I want to be. Then I will have a little child who will want to follow me. And I would want to lead just right and know that I was true. So walk a little slower, Daddy, for I must follow you. Author unknown. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये थी हमारी इंग्लिश रीडिंग जो हमने फर्स्ट चैप्टर की कंप्लीट करा ली है। अगर आपको स्टडी में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है या आप कोई टॉपिक्स पर वीडियोस चाहते हैं तो उन्हें हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइए, हम ज़रूर उन पर वीडियोस लेकर आएंगे। 1.2 द फन दे हैड की पूरी रीडिंग, इसमें हम वर्ड टू वर्ड रीडिंग करेंगे। लेकिन अगर आपको इन चैप्टर्स का एक्सप्लेनेशन जानना है, एक्सप्लेनेशन देखना है, तो वो भी हमारे चैनल पर अपलोडेड है, आप उसे भी देख सकते हैं। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। द फन दे हैड। मार्गी even wrote about it that night in her diary. On the page headed 17th May 2157, she wrote, "Today, Tommy found a real book. It was a very old book. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. They turned the pages, which were yellow and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen, you know. And then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that it had when they read it the first time." "Gee," said Tommy, "what a waste. When you are through with the book, you just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had a million books on it, and it's good for plenty more. I would not throw it away." बच्चों, हमने यहाँ तक के पैराग्राफ्स की रीडिंग कर ली है। मैं चाहूँगी कि आप लोग भी रीड करने की कोशिश करें। ठीक है। और अगर आपको नहीं समझ रहा है तब आप हमारी वीडियोस को देखिए, यानी मेरे साथ आप भी रीड करिए वीडियो को पॉज करके। और जहाँ आपको डिफ़िकल्टी आ रही है पढ़ने में, जो स्पेलिंग आपको प्रोनाउंसिएशन नहीं आ रहा है जिसका, तो फिर आप वीडियो को प्ले करके मेरे साथ साथ रीड करिए। सेम विथ माइन said Margie. She was 11 and had not seen as many textbooks as Tommy had. He was 13. She said, "Where did you find it?" "In my house." He pointed without looking because he was busy reading in the attic. "What's it about?" "School." Margie was scornful. "School? What's there to write about school?" "I hate school." Margie always hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. He was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. He smiled at Margie and gave her an apple, then took the teacher apart. Margie had hoped he would not know how to put it together again, but he knew how all right, and after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown, and the questions were asked. That was not so bad. The part Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. She always had to write them out in a punch code they made her learn when she was 6 years old, and the mechanical teacher calculated the marks in no time. बच्चों, हमारी जो आज की वीडियो है ये रीडिंग पर है। अगर आपको इसका फुल एक्सप्लेनेशन देखना है तो वो भी आप ज़रूर देखिए। The inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Margie's head. He said to her mother, "It's not the little girl's fault, Mrs. Jones. I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. Actually, the overall pattern of her progress is quite satisfactory." And he patted Margie's head again. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. So she said to Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school?" Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes. "Because it's not our kind of school, stupid. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago," he added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully, "centuries ago." Margie was hurt. "Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago." She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, "Anyway, they had a teacher." "Sure, They had a teacher, but it was not a regular teacher, it was a man. A man? How could a man be a teacher? Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. A man is not smart enough. Sure, he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. He knows almost as much, I betcha. Margie was not prepared to dispute that. She said, I would not want a strange man in my house to teach me. Tommy screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Margie. The teachers did not live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids went there. And all the kids learnt the same things. Sure, if they were the same age. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. Just the same, they did not do it that way then. If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. I did not say I didn't like it, Margie said quickly. बच्चों ये जो did not है तो इसको हम did not भी पढ़ सकते या didn't भी पढ़ सकते. ओके, इसके दो प्रोनाउंसिएशन के तरीके हैं और दोनों भी सही है. She wanted to read about those funny schools. They were not या फिर they weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called, Margie, school. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Now, said Mrs. Jones, and it's probably time for Tommy too. Margie said to Tommy, can I read the book some more with you after school? Maybe, he said nonchalantly. He walked away whistling, the dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Margie went into the schoolroom. It was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. It was always on at the same time every day, except Saturday and Sunday, because her mother said little girls learned better if they learned at regular hours. The screen was lit up and it said, today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. Margie did so with a sigh. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. All the kids from the whole neighborhood came, laughing and shouting. In the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolroom, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same things so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. When we add fractions 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. Isaac Asimov. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये थी हमारी चैप्टर 2 की कंप्लीट रीडिंग. आई होप आपको एक एक वर्ड का प्रोनाउंसिएशन समझ में आया होगा. तो फ्रेंड्स, हम रीडिंग और एक्सप्लेनेशन दोनों कंप्लीट करवाते हैं स्टैंडर्ड 9th के, 8th के, 7th और भी काफ़ी सारे अलग अलग स्टैंडर्ड्स के. तो फ्रेंड्स, जुड़े रहिए हमारे चैनल से. अगर आप अपनी इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग और इंग्लिश राइटिंग रीडिंग स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव करना चाहते हो तो अगर आपको हमारी वीडियोस अच्छी लगती हो तो उन्हें लाइक कीजिए, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। 1.3 होप इज़ द थिंग विथ फेदर्स। बच्चों, लेकिन इस चैप्टर में हम सिर्फ रीडिंग करेंगे आज। बाकी अगर आपको इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन सुनना है तो उसकी वीडियोस भी हमारे चैनल पर अपलोडेड है, ठीक है। तो हमारे चैनल पर हम रीडिंग भी करवाते हैं और साथ ही साथ उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन भी होता है। तो अगर आपको 9th स्टैंडर्ड का कंप्लीट इंग्लिश सिलेबस चाहिए तो वो आपको हमारे चैनल पर मिल जाएगा। इसीलिए जुड़े रहिए हमारे चैनल के साथ और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए हमारे चैनल को। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। होप इज़ द थिंग विथ फेदर्स। होप is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all, and sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird। बच्चों, इसका जो प्रोनाउंसिएशन है ये अबैश या अबाश दोनों में से आप कोई भी कर सकते हैं। That kept so many warm। I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me। by Emily Dickinson। So it is a very short poem जिसका क्या देखा हमने, हर एक वर्ड का प्रोनाउंसिएशन देखा। 1.4 द स्टोरी ऑफ टी। ये वीडियो में हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ रीडिंग कवर करेंगे, लेकिन एक्सप्लेनेशन की भी वीडियोस हमारी बनी हुई है पूरे फुल चैप्टर की। तो अगर आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन सुनना है तो वो हमारी दूसरी वीडियो में है। आप हमारे चैनल को एक्सप्लोर करिए, उसमें आपको वो वीडियो मिल जाएगी। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं रीडिंग द स्टोरी ऑफ टी। लेट अस बिगिन विद अ क्वेश्चन। कैन यू नेम द मोस्ट वाइडली कंज्यूम्ड बेवरेज इन द वर्ल्ड आफ्टर वाटर? परहैप्स many of you have guessed the answer. The most popular beverage in the world is tea, the fresh, aromatic brew with which people like to begin their day. It has a refreshing, astringent flavor. It is actually made by brewing, that is, by infusing in boiling water the leaves and shoots of a plant whose botanical name is the Camellia sinensis. The leaves are at first dried, cured and processed before they are packed and sold to us. Camellia sinensis is an evergreen plant that grows in tropical and subtropical climates. Tea plants require at least 100 to 125 centimeter of rainfall a year and prefer acidic soils. Many of the world's best tea estates are located on hill slopes at elevations of up to 1500 meters. It is said that the tea plants grow slowly and acquire a richer flavor at this height. When the plants mature, only the top 1-2 inches of the plants are picked. These buds and leaves are called flushes. A new flush appears on the plant every 7 to 10 days during the peak growing season. बच्चों, मैं चाहूँगी कि आप लोग भी एक बार खुद से रीडिंग करिए या फिर मेरे साथ साथ रीडिंग करिए, ताकि जिस तरीके से मैं प्रोनाउंस कर रही हूँ, जिस तरीके से मैं हर एक वर्ड का सही प्रोनाउंसिएशन कर रही हूँ, आप भी उसी तरीके से सही वर्ड का प्रोनाउंसिएशन कर सकें, ठीक है। तो अगर आपको जिस वर्ड में डिफ़िकल्टी आती है तो हो सकता है कि आपको वो वर्ड सही प्रोनाउंस करना आ जाए, तो इसीलिए आप भी कोशिश करिए और मैं भी आपको सही तरीके से बताते रह रही हूँ। Left to grow on its own, the tea plant may actually grow into a small tree. But in all tea gardens, the plants are pruned and kept at a height of about 3 feet waist high to enable easy plucking of the leaves. The teas we buy are usually classified according to their leaf size. Accordingly, we have number 1, Assam type of tea characterized by the largest leaves. Number 2, China type characterized by the smallest leaves. And number 3, Cambod characterized by leaves of intermediate size. We have 3 very distinct and different tea growing regions in India. Each of these regions is famous for the special type of tea it produces, which are unique in taste, aroma, strength and flavor. The 3 regions are Darjeeling in northeast India या फिर in northeastern India, Assam in far northeast India and Nilgiris in South India. Most people agree that tea is a refreshing drink. It contains no carbohydrates, fat or proteins. What gives tea its special and distinctive flavor is theanine. Okay, it's not, it is theanine. The correct pronunciation is theanine, as well as caffeine, which give the drink its stimulating quality. How and when did people first begin to drink tea? An amusing story has come down to us from Chinese legends. It is said that Emperor Shennong, the father of Chinese agriculture and medicine, was on his travels when a servant was boiling some water for the emperor to drink. Just then, a few leaves from a nearby tree blew into the boiling water. The water immediately changed color. On drinking the water, the emperor was amazed by the rich flavor and the refreshing quality of the resulting infusion. Excited by the unknown plant and its amazing flavor, he carried out further investigations and discovered that tea had many healing and restorative properties and could also be used as an antidote to certain poisons. Now, next paragraph. Yet another legend tells us that it was a Buddhist monk named Bodhidharma who was the first to use tea as a drink. He was keen to find a herb or a medicinal plant which would help him stay awake and alert for long periods of time in prayer and meditation. After considerable search and trial, he found that chewing leaves from the tea shrub acted as a stimulant, helping him stay awake. It was he who introduced tea among his disciples in China. It is said that Japanese priests studying under Buddhist teachers in China carried tea seeds and leaves back home with them. Turkish traders also began to bargain for tea on the border of Mongolia. In fact, the story goes that the Chinese emperor Hui Sung, टी साइलेंट होगा बच्चों, Hui Sung was so taken up with tea that he set up a research into the best tea whisking methods and also hosted tea making and tea tasting tournaments in the court. So, tea-minded was he that he failed to notice that Mongolia had actually taken over his empire. बच्चों, रीडिंग करते हुए आपको खुद से कोशिश करनी है, वरना आप बस मेरी सुनते हुए कहीं बोर ना हो जाए, ओके। लेकिन अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपकी इंग्लिश अच्छी हो तो आपको डेली बेसिस पर ये हैबिट बनानी होगी कि आप डेली इंग्लिश सुने, इंग्लिश को रीड करें, इंग्लिश को राइट डाउन करें, तभी जाके हमारी जो इंग्लिश फ्लुएंसी है, हमारी जो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग बनेगी। और अगर आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए तो मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया है कि एक्सप्लेनेशंस भी हमारे चैनल पर अपलोडेड है, आप रीडिंग भी देखिए और उसके बाद एक्सप्लेनेशन भी देखिए। Thus the habit of drinking tea spread to Japan, Europe and England, where it became a fashionable and popular drink among the people. How did this magical beverage get its name? The Chinese character Tu was first used in early inscriptions to describe tea. But later, a new character Cha was developed to refer specifically to tea. The word Cha is now sometimes used in English to refer to China tea, and as we all know, it is very close to the Hindi word chai, which is used all over India to refer to tea. Now moving on to the next paragraph. I hope बच्चों आपको एक एक वर्ड का प्रोनाउंसिएशन समझ आ रहा होगा। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। How did tea first come to India? Historians think that tea had been known in India as a medicinal plant since ancient times. But tea was not drunk for pleasure until the British began to establish plantations in the 19th century. In the 1770s, the British East India Company made several unsuccessful attempts to grow tea in Bhutan and Assam with seeds from China. Although these attempts failed, the botanist Robert Bruce in 1823 discovered tea plants growing wild in the upper Brahmaputra valley. In May 1838, the first Indian tea from Assam was sent to England for public sale. Since then, India has gone on to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. Tea lovers claim that tea may be able to reduce the risk of cancer, control blood pressure, fight viruses in our body, and actually help us live longer. Our body produces chemicals called free radicals. They can damage our body and our health. Tea contains antioxidants called flavonoids. Scientists believe these help to protect our system against free radicals. For many people, tea is a popular drink to have with friends. In many countries around the world, tea drinking is an important social occasion. Japan, China, Russia and Korea have special tea ceremonies and traditions. These ceremonies give people the time to relax and enjoy the taste and the smell of the tea. Most people in Japan belong to a tea club where they go every week to take part in the tea ceremony. Ordinary people also feel that tea ceremonies are spiritual occasions that are closely associated with their religion. Tea, they say, is a healthy, enjoyable and stimulating drink, full of good qualities. It reduces loneliness and calms your heart. It is a comfort in everyday life. Many Koreans today still have tea ceremonies for important occasions including special birthdays and anniversaries. In most areas of China, the tea is made in small clay teapots. At tea ceremonies, cups are only half filled. The Chinese believe that the rest of the cup must be filled with friendship and affection. In Russia, tea is made and served in samovars, a special Russian tea kettle made of metal. Vietnam produces special varieties of tea such as lotus tea and jasmine tea. In Japan, tea is made using powdered green tea called matcha. The tea is mixed with boiled water using a bamboo whisk and served in small bowls. And how about India? A cup of tea is offered to any guest or visitor as a token of hospitality, even in the humblest of homes. Most Indians like their tea hot with a good deal of milk and sugar in it. In the rainy season, it is brewed with ginger to give it additional medicinal properties. Others add spices like cardamom, cloves, or mace to add to its taste and flavor. Tea is a must after a plate of spicy snacks, especially in the morning and evenings. Connoisseurs, some connoisseurs relish delicately flavored jasmine tea, green tea, lemon tea and even iced tea. How about you? तो बच्चों अभी हमने कर लिया है कंप्लीट रीडिंग. अगर आपको इसका कंप्लीट एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए तो आप हमारे चैनल पे देख सकते हैं. तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. और अगर आपको इसी तरीके से हेल्पफुल वीडियोस चाहिए तो आप हमें सब्सक्राइब करके रखिए, नोटिफिकेशन आप तक ज़रूर आ जाएगा. द नेकलेस 1.5 द नेकलेस इसकी कंप्लीट रीडिंग. तो अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप अपनी रीडिंग स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव कर सके, आप नए नए वर्ड्स का प्रोनाउंसिएशन सीख सके, तो बने रहिए हमारे साथ इस पूरी वीडियो में, क्योंकि हम एक एक वर्ड का करेक्ट प्रोनाउंसिएशन सिखाएंगे. और फ्रेंड्स, हमने इस चैप्टर का एक्सप्लेनेशन भी हमारे चैनल पर अपलोडेड है. ओके, हम रीडिंग भी साथ साथ कंप्लीट करवाते हैं और एक्सप्लेनेशन भी. ठीक है, तो दोनों आपको हमारे चैनल पर मिल जाएगा. तो चलिए आज रीडिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं. द नेकलेस पार्ट 1. मैथिल्डे, क्या प्रोनाउंसिएशन है? मैथिल्डे was a pretty and charming girl, born as if by an error of fate into a family of clerks. She had no means of becoming known, understood, loved, or to be wedded to an aristocrat. And so she let herself be married to a minor official at the Ministry of Education. She dressed plainly because she had never been able to afford anything better. She suffered endlessly, feeling she was entitled to all the luxuries of life. She suffered because of her shabby, poorly furnished house. All these things that another woman of her class would not even have noticed tormented her and made her resentful. She dreamt of a grand palatial mansion with vast rooms and inviting smaller rooms perfumed for afternoon chats with close friends. Yet she had no rich dresses, no jewels, nothing, and these were the only things she loved. She wanted so much to charm, to be invited, to be sought after. She had a rich friend, a former schoolmate at the convent, whom she avoided visiting because afterwards she would weep with regret, despair, and misery. One evening, her husband came home with an air of triumph, holding a large envelope in his hand. "Look," he said, "here's something for you." She tore open the paper and drew out a card on which was printed the words, "The Minister of Education and Mame Georges Ramponia request the pleasure of M and M.E. Loisel's company at the ministry on the evening of Monday, January 18th. Instead of being delighted, as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation on the table resentfully and muttered, What do you want me to do with that? And what do you expect me to wear if I go? He had not thought of that. He stammered, Why the dress you go to the theatre in? It seems very nice to me. He stopped, stunned, distressed to see his wife crying. He shuddered. What's the matter? Let's see, Mathilde. How much would a suitable dress cost? She thought for a moment, computing the cost and also wondering what amount she could ask for without an immediate refusal. At last, she answered hesitantly, I don't know exactly, but I think I could do it with 400 francs. He turned a little pale because he had been saving that exact amount to buy a gun for a hunting summer in the country near Nanterre with a few friends. However, he said, Very well, I can give you 400 francs, but try and get a really beautiful dress. The day of the party drew near, and Madame Loisel seemed sad, restless, anxious, though her dress was ready. One evening her husband said to her, What's the matter? You have been acting strange these last 3 days. She replied, I am upset that I have no jewels, not a single stone to wear. I would rather not go to the party. You could wear flowers, he said. They are very fashionable at this time of year. She was not convinced. The next day, she went to her friend's house and told her of her distress. Madame Forestier went to her mirrored wardrobe, took out a large box, brought it back, opened it, and said to Madame Loisel, Choose, my dear. Choose, my dear. First, Mathilde saw some bracelet, then a pearl necklace. She tried on the jewelry in the mirror. She kept asking, You have nothing else. Why? Yes, but I don't know what you like. Suddenly, she discovered in a black satin box a superb diamond necklace, and her heart began to beat with uncontrolled desire. Her hands trembled as she took it. She fastened it around her neck and stood lost in ecstasy as she looked at herself. Then she asked, anxiously hesitating, Would you lend me this, just this? Why, yes, of course. She threw her arms around her friend's neck rapturously, then fled with her treasure. The day of the party arrived. Madame Loisel was a success. She was prettier than all the other women, elegant, gracious, smiling, and full of joy. She danced wildly, with passion, forgetting everything in the triumph of her beauty and success, floating in a cloud of happiness. Mathilde and her husband left at about 4 o'clock in the morning. When they were finally in the street, they could not find a cab. They walked down towards the Seine till they found one. They were dropped off at the door in the Rue des Martyrs, and sadly it was all over for her. In front of the mirror, she took a final look at herself in all her glory. But suddenly she uttered a cry. She no longer had the necklace around her neck. What is the matter? Asked her husband. She turned towards him, panic stricken. I have, I no longer have Madame Forestier's necklace. He stood up, distraught. What? How? That's impossible. फ्रेंड्स, देखिए ये था पार्ट 1, तो जिसकी हमने क्या की है, पूरी इंग्लिश रीडिंग कवर की है. फ्रेंड्स, आप देख सकते हैं कि कितने टफ जो वर्ड्स है वो इसमें यूज़ किए गए हैं पार्ट 1 में और पार्ट 2 में भी. इसीलिए हमने ये रीडिंग सीरीज स्टार्ट की है ताकि जो टफ वर्ड्स हैं उनका सही प्रोनाउंसिएशन आप लोगों तक पहुंच जाए. और अब हम चलते हैं पार्ट 2 की तरफ। फ्रेंड्स, हमने ये रीडिंग सीरीज़ जो है इसलिए स्टार्ट की है क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो आपके सिलेबस में बहुत सारे वर्ड्स ऐसे हैं जिनका बच्चों को करेक्ट प्रोनाउंसिएशन करना नहीं आता है। तो हमने ये सोचा कि हम आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन तो प्रोवाइड करते ही है, साथ ही साथ इंग्लिश रीडिंग भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे जिससे आपका प्रोनाउंसिएशन सही होगा, आपकी इंग्लिश फ्लुएंसी बढ़ेगी, ओके, आपकी वोकेबुलरी अच्छी होगी। तो हमारा यही मोटिव है इंग्लिश रीडिंग सीरीज स्टार्ट करने का। तो अगर आपको हमारी वीडियोस हेल्पफुल लगती है तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, हमारी वीडियोस को लाइक कीजिए। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद पार्ट 2। They looked in the folds of her dress, in the folds of her cloak, in her pockets, everywhere, but they could not find it. Are you sure you still had it on when you left the hall? He asked. Yes, I touched it in the hall at the ministry, but if you had lost it in the street, we would have heard it fall. It must be in the cab. Yes, that's probably it. Did you take his number? No. They stared at each other. ये वर्ड का मतलब क्या है? यानी घूरना, ओके? तो इसको कहते हैं stared. Stared. They stared at each other, stunned. At last, Loisel put his clothes on again. I am going back, he said. Over the whole road we walked and see if I can find it. He left. She remained in her ball dress all night, her mind blank. Her husband returned at about 7 o'clock. He had found nothing. He went to the police, to the newspapers to offer a reward, to the cab companies. Everywhere the tiniest glimmer of hope led him. She waited all day in despair at this frightful disaster. Loisel returned in the evening, a hollow, pale figure. He had found nothing. You must write to your friend, he said. Tell her you have broken the clasp of her necklace and that you are having it mended. It will give us time to look some more. She wrote as he dictated. At the end of 1 week, they had lost all hope, and Loisel, who suddenly looked aged, declared, we must consider how to replace the jewel. And so they went from jeweler to jeweler, looking for a necklace like the other one, consulting their memories, both sick with grief and anguish. In a shop at the Palace Royal, they found a string of diamonds which seemed to be exactly what they were looking for. It was worth 40,000 francs. They could have it for 36,000. So they begged the jeweler not to sell it for 3 days, and they made an arrangement that he would take it back for the 34,000 francs if the other necklace was found before the end of February. Loisel had 18,000 francs, which his father had left him. He would borrow the rest. And he did borrow. He gave notes, made ruinous agreements, dealt with every type of money lender. Then he went to get the new necklace and laid down on the jeweller's counter 36,000 francs. When Madame Loisel took the necklace back, Madame Forestier said coldly, you should have returned it sooner. I might have needed it. From then on, Madame Loisel knew the horrible life of the very poor, but she played her part heroically. The dreadful debt must be paid. She would pay it. They dismissed their maid, they changed their lodgings, they rented a garret under the roof. She came to know how the drudgery of housework, the odious labors of the kitchen. She washed the dishes, the dirty linen. She carried the garbage down to the street every morning and carried up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath, and dressed like a commoner. She had to bargain at markets, quarrel, and face insults over every miserable sou. Each month they had to pay some loans, renew others, get more time. Her husband worked extra every evening doing accounts for a tradesman and often late into the night. He sat copying a manuscript at 5 saws a page. And this life lasted 10 years. At the end of 10 years, they had paid off everything, even the interest. Madame Loisel looked old now. Often she brooded over the past. What would have happened if she had not lost the necklace? How strange life is, how fickle, how little is needed for one to be ruined or saved. बच्चों एक बार मुझसे प्रोनाउंसिएशन सुनने के बाद आप वीडियो को पॉज करके खुद से भी सेम मेरी तरह प्रोनाउंस करने की कोशिश कीजिए. One Sunday, as she was walking in the Champs Elysees, suddenly she saw Madame Forestier, still young, still beautiful, still charming. Madame Loisel felt emotional. Should she speak to her? Yes, of course. And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? She went up to her. Good morning, Jenny. The other, astonished to be addressed so familiarly by this common woman, did not recognize her. She stammered, But, madam, I don't know. You must have made a mistake. No, I am Mathilde Loisel. Her friend uttered a cry. Oh, my poor Mathilde! How you have changed! Yes, I have had some hard times since I last saw you, and many miseries, and all because of you. Me? How can that be? You remember that diamond necklace that you lent me to wear to the ministry party? Yes, well, I lost it. What do you mean? You brought it back. I brought you back another exactly like it, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. It was not easy for us. We had very little, but at last it is over, and I am very glad. Madame Forestier was stunned. You say that you bought a diamond necklace replace mine? Yes, you did not notice then? They were very similar. And she smiled with proud and innocent pleasure. Madame Forestier, deeply moved, took both her hands. Oh, my poor Mathilde, mine was an imitation. It was worth 500 francs at most. Adapted from The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. फ्रेंड्स, हमने कंप्लीट कर ली है पूरी रीडिंग पार्ट 2 की, और इससे पहले हमने कंप्लीट की थी पार्ट 1 की. आई होप आपको एग्जैक्टली हर एक वर्ड का प्रोनाउंसिएशन आ गया होगा. तो अब हम मिलते हैं हम अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. फ्रेंड्स, हमने एक्सप्लेनेशंस भी अपलोड कर रखे हैं रीडिंग के साथ साथ, तो अगर आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए तो वो भी आपको हमारे चैनल पर मिल जाएगा. और अगर आपको किसी भी टॉपिक्स पर वीडियोस चाहिए तो आप हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइए. हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे उन टॉपिक्स पर वीडियोस बनाने की. अगर आपको हमारी वीडियोस अच्छी लगती है तो हमारी वीडियोस को लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.